Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled deep within an enchanted forest, there stood a charming little school called the School of Little Wizards. This was no ordinary school, for it was hidden from the eyes of regular folk, known only to those with a twinkle in their eyes and magic in their heart. The school was housed in a magnificent tree that towered high above the rest of the forest. Its trunk was wide and ancient, with branches that twisted and turned like the pages of a well-loved storybook. The leaves rustled like 1,000 secrets being whispered by the wind. At the School of Little Wizards, young witches and wizards began their magical journey. They came from all corners of the magical realm, each with different talents, backgrounds, and dreams. The head of the school was the wise and gentle Professor Thistle. Our story follows a young wizard named Oliver. Oliver had bright, curious eyes and a knack for finding trouble. He had a pet owl named Hoot, who was equally mischievous. Oliver's best friends were Lily, who could talk to animals, and Max, who was small for his age, but strong in spirit. On their first day, the headmistress gathered all the young wizards under the great learning tree. Its branches arched like the beams of a grand cathedral. "Welcome, young ones," she said in a voice as soft as a summer breeze. The first lesson was about flying brooms, a task easier said than done. Oliver mounted his broom and kicked off nervously, his heart racing as he wobbled through the air. With a few helpful tips from Max and encouraging shouts from Lily below, Oliver soon found his balance. But trouble wasn't far behind. Deep in the potion chamber, an old cauldron began to bubble over. It had been left unattended by an excited student, and now, colorful magical smoke was spilling into the hallways, turning everything it touched into sweets. Oliver, Lily, and Max rushed to find Professor Thistle, who had hurried to the scene, her cloak billowing behind her like a storm cloud. "Quick, children! Gather the scattered ingredients," she instructed with a hint of urgency. As the students scrambled to help, Oliver had a sudden idea. He whispered to Hoot, who flew off in search of the rare star flowers, known to reverse magic gone wrong. Ready to assist, Lily called out to the woodland creatures for help. Max bravely scaled a high bookshelf to reclaim the magic book from the top shelf. Working together, under Professor Thistle's expert tutelage, they returned the excessive sweetness back to its proper state. A new lesson had been learned. The day came to a perfect close as the students gathered under the starlit sky at a glowing bonfire. They shared stories of the day's adventure, roasted marshmallows enchanted to change flavors, and made promises of new friendships. The School of Little Wizards was a place of discovery, and though each day brought new challenges, Oliver, Lily, and Max knew that with each other's help, they could face anything the magical world offered. And so, the young wizards and witches began their wondrous journey through their magical education, with hearts full of dreams and a future as bright as the stars above.